In today's Health Alert, new research shedding light on the impact diets have on our mental well-being. A recently published study uncovered a link between artificially sweetened, ultra-processed foods and an increased risk of depression in women. So here to share the details on this, our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi. And Dr. Nandi, can you tell us how much processed foods these women were eating?
Yeah, not good news at all. I know a lot of folks, including so many of my patients, that love those highly processed packaged foods and beverages. They love it. And I understand the appeal, right? They're quick, easy, don't always cost a lot, but this new research to me suggests that if you have too much of these foods, well, you may have a higher chance of becoming depressed, another reason not to have them. This study included 32,000 women between 42 and 62 years of age. At the start, none of these women had any signs of depression. However, by the end of the study, over 2,100 of them were found to have depression. And after breaking down what they ate, here's what the researchers found: that women who consumed 9 or more servings of these ultra-processed foods per day were about 50% more likely to develop depression compared to those consuming 4 servings or less. That's pretty powerful. But what was even more interesting is that the study found that ultra-processed foods and drinks that contain artificial sweeteners, well, they had a particularly negative effect and showed an even stronger connection to depression. That's also to be important.
So why are these foods linked to depression? What's in it that makes this happen?
So Glenda, we think that ultra-processed foods have been linked to chronic inflammation. Now, inflammation, right? We need that. It's a natural part of our body's healing process. It helps to protect and heal us when we face injuries, illnesses, toxins, stuff like that. But when you have chronic inflammation, when your body continues to have these inflammatory cells, even when there's no danger, no reason for the inflammation to be there. As for the exact way these foods affect inflammatory pathways, we don't understand well. But the research has shown that a Western diet, I call it the SAD diet, right? The Standard American diet, can lead to consistently elevated levels of inflammation in the body. There's evidence also indicating that ultra-processed foods can disrupt what's called the microbiome, and that promotes an inflammatory environment. Now, this disturbance could prompt this microbiome to release molecules that influence the risk of developing depression. It's important to know that this study is observational. What does that mean? It means that it established an association between these ultra-processed foods and depression. We can't say for sure which causes the other. However, here's the research that shows that eating whole foods rich in nutrients and fiber, vitamins and minerals is associated with positive mental health. So you may want to consider reducing, that's you, Brian, how much ultra-processed foods you eat. He just had a candy bar in between. There's the classic junk foods like chips, soda, and sugary treats, but there's also prepackaged, right, foods like soups and ready-to-eat meals, French fries, hot dogs, yogurts, packaged bread that are also ultra-processed. So when you go out grocery shopping, please try to make healthy choices. Leafy green vegetables, dark yellow vegetables, fruit and whole grains, as these are associated with lower inflammation. Try to do your best to cut back on these highly processed foods, especially those containing artificial sweeteners. We talked about health and how you can get diseases, but now you know about depression too. Sorry to pick on you, Brian.
Well, and in true Brian style, I mean, he works out. Does that help counterbalance?
It does to an effect,
Okay.
but you can't say because I work out I can eat a bunch of candy bars.
True.
And people think that, but you can't.
I try.
Have an apple or cherries instead, Brian. 4 days,
fine.
4 days before your birthday, it's coming up.
Fine.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate you. Be sure to tune in this weekend to the Dr. Nandi Show. This week, he's addressing the rise in teen depression and how a time of growth and learning is turning into something much darker. He talks with 2 teenagers about their fight with depression and how social media played into that diagnosis. That's this Sunday, 1 p.m. right here on 7.